So Marco, congratulations on the first half results. You're raising your sales outlook for the full year to the mid-teens range. Why is that?
Simply because we have seen an acceleration of growth throughout all regions in the second quarter of this year, and we have actually achieved over 17% organic growth in the first 6 months.
And was your growth driven mainly by the premium or the non-premium business?
Again, we posted double-digit growth when it comes to our premium franchise, but obviously our non-premium business, also during the first 6 months of 2018, has grown overproportionately because we have lower share. So the potential to grow is still much more inherent compared to our premium franchise.
And how satisfied are you with the profitability? Is there any room for further improvement?
We delivered in line with the guidance, so we improved the underlying EBITDA margin, obviously driven by strong volumes, so we were able to again leverage better our underlying infrastructure. When it comes to the EBIT margin, we are also there in line with our guidance. We actually are guiding for stable EBIT margins compared to 2017, and this despite the many investments we are undertaking as we speak, in terms of increasing capacity in our major plants to cope with the increasing volumes.
And is there any room for improvement?
Again, our guidance on EBITDA margin is to further increase the underlying margins, and we are actually, committed to deliver on this.
Good, thank you. And the organic growth, is your current level of organic growth sustainable? And where do you see the drivers?
You have to appreciate that I will now not give you a midterm guidance. Once we're going to communicate our full year results, which will be early in 2019, then we will also give a full year guidance for 2019. However, I can tell you that we have been entering new categories, new segments over the last couple of years, like, for example, the digital part of professional dentistry, like the clear aligner segment just recently, back in October 2017, through the acquisition of ClearCorrect. We now also launched our preventive pilot in several countries, and obviously in all these segments our market share is still relatively low. On top of that, we're going to launch our fully tapered premium implant system, BLX, in Q1 of 2019. So this will actually open up a segment in the premium dental implant space where we have currently zero share. And as pointed out before, when it comes to our non-premium franchise, also there, our market share in most non-premium markets is still relatively low.
And what about the geographical drivers? Where do you see those?
We just recently entered promising growth markets like Russia, where we have still a very low share compared to the rest of the geographies we are actually, in with our own sales subsidiary. We have Turkey, we have Iran, still with relatively low shares. In most Latin American countries outside of Brazil, we have been active only since a couple of years with our own sales subsidiary. So there are still a lot of geographies where actually our market share is not up to where we should be in a couple of years.
You mentioned the US earlier on today in the call. How much of a growth opportunity is the US still?
The US market in itself is a promising and still underpenetrated market, especially when it comes to dental implant systems. We are not number one yet in the US. We are still number two. And we want to change this too. So that's why we have been investing heavily in people on the ground, but also in marketing resources, actually into building a stronger infrastructure in the North American market with a special focus on the US over the last couple of years. And I'm convinced that this will pay back.
Now, cultural change has been one of the key priorities, the strategic priorities of the Straumann Group in recent years. What part would you say that culture has played in the performance that you're achieving at the moment?
Culture has been the most important ingredient for our success over the last years. Obviously, we have actually expanded our portfolio. We have actually entered new geographies through actually our own subsidiaries. We have done acquisitions, and obviously these are more the visible parts of why we have been growing stronger than competition over the last couple of years. But at the end, it all boils down to execution. So we were also extremely well executing on all these projects. And we were creating constantly new opportunities. And the reason why we were that successful in execution, in actually creating new opportunities and going after new businesses, is because we have a great culture based on what we call the player-learner mindset. So we are constantly learning about the market, about competition, about customer needs, and then we are actually taking these learnings and we are putting them into concrete projects. So this player-learner mindset is actually really the base for the success we have been enjoying over the last couple of years.
Well, Marco, congratulations once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.